Before we get started, I wanted to show you how large this box is. It's so big that, like, it can't fit on my desk. And what's even funnier is if you know how big this sticker is on a normal size boxes, just look at it. Look at it on this box. So funny. Alright, let's get this unboxed. It is finally here. The Colorverse Colorvent. If you are new to the fountain pen world, or you just didn't see this, this is the Colorverse Colorvent. It is a advent calendar that a fountain pen ink company made, and we've already had Diamine make their advent called the Inkvent for the last few years. This is not much packaging. Let's see. We get this nice little postcard as per usual. Beautiful day. Cute. Alright. Oh gosh, it's heavy. That is all for the box. It is a lot heavier than the Diamine Inkvent. But as I was saying, this is the 2024 Colorvent calendar. It is the Advent edition of ink, so there will be 24 ink bottles in here, and it'll be a countdown to Christmas. This is the first year that Colorverse is doing this. I think this is the first year that any ink company besides Diamine is doing this, so that's why this one's really exciting. And I'm going to unbox this, and I plan on spoiling all 24 days, so if you don't like spoilers, you must leave now. That is your last warning. Or maybe you can like jump around, like click around in the video to just get a quick glimpse of the inks if you'd like. Whoa, oh my gosh. I hope this fits on my table. One sheet of bubble wrap. Okay. Oh wow, it's huge. Like, there's no comparison. Here's a Tombow dual brush pen. This is not a good way of measuring things, but let me try to get this out first. Holy cow. So it says Colorverse 2024 Colorvent Calendar, limited edition. I believe they're not going to release the inks in full-size bottles like Diamine does. They're gonna make you vote for like the top 3 and then release those. Colorverse 2024 Colorvent Calendar Christmas Countdown. We are pleased to announce the launch of our Christmas collection, which features 24 new colors in 15 milliliter bottles, each inspired by the universe. From December 1st to 24, discover a special gift hidden behind each door. This gift will be presented in a Colorverse signature bottle. This festive season, let us bring joy to your days with these extraordinary inks, which allow you to create moments as unique and special as the universe itself. Top 3 ink will be released. You're gonna vote here. While the coloring calendar is produced in limited quantities, following a comprehensive analysis of voting data via Google form and consumer feedback, we will select the top 3 Colorvent calendar inks as our most promising candidates for signature bottled inks. These will be released in upsized formats at a later date. Participate in voting and a special surprise awaits you. Don't miss out. Nice. I don't know if like it's only for people who bought it, but I don't think it is. Y'all want to vote here? You just scan the QR code on your screen. Maybe I should scan it. Hold on. So I just scanned it, and it looks like it comes up with a Google form, and you'll have to enter your email and then vote for whichever one. So even if you didn't buy this calendar, if you go to the link, not sponsored, and vote, you might have a say in like what full-size ink bottle they release. I'm so overwhelmed by how large this is. Like, it definitely takes up the entire screen. Okay, like I'm standing right now, and I don't normally stand to film. Hey, so what happened was I filmed for quite a while, and I don't know, I guess I was filming in slow motion or something, but none of the audio worked and none of the footage is usable. So unfortunately, we're just gonna do a quick rundown of what happened. I didn't want to open the boxes by their little doors, so I hijacked the box because I wanted to save the doors for when I do it day by day in December. But what's really cool is that each door has like a little description like behind the flap, and this was glued down pretty hard. Like, they do not want you to open this. Here's the bottom side. I had to insert a knife and cut through the adhesive, but I was able to do it, and here are all the inks. Unfortunately, we are not swatching them in order. If you are here for that, then I'm sorry, but I'm gonna swatch them out of order because it's gonna follow the order of the box. So the first row is gonna be like day 3, 21, 10, 14, 2, and 11. Because what I plan on doing is, like, I'll do the spoiler video now just to show you guys, like, the variety of ink, but I'm not going to talk about it too much, and I don't want to go day by day, because I want to have that experience as well during December to open each one. And also, I think I might come back in December and either make shorts, or I might do like something in the style of Karina Loves to Plan, where she inks up several pens and does like a batch and makes a video out of that. So in that way, it'll help me like learn and be able to experience the inks more thoroughly. So these were the first few days, not official days, the first row basically, and I swatched those already, so I'm not going to do it again. We had Moonlit Veil, Giant Sunspot, Aquarius Whispers, and Pulsar Pulse. Oh wow, look at that blue. It looks like freaking Compeki in the camera, but it's not. It's a very nice blue. This is not the same shade, but I think the soft light is the closest that we're gonna get. So, okay, yeah, let's just get back to it, and hopefully the filming doesn't screw up this time. I'm using these eyedropper pipettes to swatch my inks, and this Kakimori dip pen nib. I got it from St. Louis Art Supply. If you are interested, it is probably going to be linked down below, and I am an affiliate for them now, so that's cool. Edge of Night. Is this a shimmer? These are all standard inks. I want a shimmer. Said no one ever, but I like shimmer sometimes. I've been using this like ornament nib. It's a calligraphy nib, and this god-awful nib holder, and I'm just kind of sick of it, so it's hard to clean, and like it's falling apart. So I decided to switch to these eyedroppers, and of course, like, this one major video is the one where I decided to use a new technique to swatch, but I've been envious of some people and their beautiful glass dip pen swatches, so I figured I have eyedroppers, why don't I put a few drops on the page and then swatch that using the glass. It might have the same effect, or even better, because you can pick up more ink. This one didn't have enough, so, but I've been doing like 3 drops. Okay, this blue kind of reminds me of the, what's it called? The Kakimori Topori ink, Edge of Night. This is a Hobonichi plain grid A5 notebook, and I bought it during my Hobonichi haul for 2025. If you've seen that video, then you know I bought a lot of these. This is the one with the botanical stuff on the cover. No! What a disaster. It's okay. Inky accidents will happen. At least it wasn't that bad. It was just a smudge. Gosh, this is so frustrating. I wanted to just get this video out there as soon as possible so that you guys could like make a decision in case you were still going back and forth about it, and you can make a decision as soon as you could so that you could get it in time for the holidays. Because I don't know like where you're gonna buy it from. I know Endless Pens had it on pre-order or sale or something. And anyway, this is a Hobonichi A5 grid notebook, and I believe it has the original Tomoe River paper. It is the one that I tested in my video. So, and I stocked up on quite a few of those. Okay, for the next ink we have Da Vinci Glow. I think the stickers on here are so cute, and it does say Colorverse embossed on the top of the lid. Also not a shimmer ink. Maybe the first row is standard. Oh, too much. Okay, 1, 2, 3 generous droplets. Oh, that looks a lot like the one before it. I mean, it's different. It's like a washed down blue black. This one is called Da Vinci Glow. It's kind of like a blue with a mix of gray. I kind of like it. So far, so good. I really like this gray a lot, and I love this green. Okay, now we have NGC 2264. I don't even know what that means. I'm a little worried that this is all going to be standard non-shimmer inks. but maybe that's a diamine thing. Maybe the scented inks, it's all a diamine thing. Let me highlight a few differences between the diamine inkvent and the Colorvent from Colorverse. I don't know what I talked about before because my footage is gone, but one difference is that you get 15 milliliter bottles and they're glass bottles, whereas in the diamine they switch to plastic bottles and they're going to be 12 milliliters per day, and then on the 25th day you get a full-sized bottle, whereas for Colorvent you don't get a 25th bottle, it's up to 24. So there's that. And also, this calendar is expensive as heck. It is $180, and when Atlas offered it, you were able to use your affiliate discount code, or my affiliate discount code, or whoever's, you know, but like you're not able to on the diamine, and that's fine. But the diamine was like 105 or 110 or 115. Depending on where you shopped, and this one was like 180, which is quite pricey. And I don't normally like talking about prices, but I know this can be a beginner thing, like you just joined the fountain pen hobby, and like me, I didn't have a whole range of inks in the rainbow, so that's why I kind of liked getting the diamine inkvent, because I didn't have like orange or red or pink inks before I got the inkvent. And what it taught me was that it's a lot of ink. I think there's still some colors from 2022 and now it's 2024. I've only either inked up once or I haven't used at all. But was it still worth it? Yes, because it showed me that I don't like all diamine inks. So I don't know, is this gonna tell me that I don't like all Colorverse inks? My first Colorverse ink bottle I got from Atlas Stationery, and it was called Tar Heel. It was the North Carolina 50 states version for Colorverse. Ooh, what am I doing? I can't talk and do stuff at the same time. This one's called Red Horizon, but it was a light blue ink, my first bottle of Colorverse, and it was kind of dry, so I didn't have the best impression of Colorverse, but it wasn't the worst thing. So what compelled me to get this calendar? Honestly, what compelled me was the novelty of it. I got so excited, like I was a little tired of seeing Diamine be the only ink company to make an advent calendar, and Red Horizon. I just thought it was so cool. Like I felt like we needed to reward Colorverse for stepping up and doing this so that we could encourage them to continue to do it. But also, I had saved up a lot of Atlas affiliate credit, and that's thanks to you guys for using my link whenever you purchase or using my discount code. Like that helped a lot in me getting this calendar because I had saved up for a couple months to be able to get this one. And the thing is, what I mean to say is I don't know if I would have gotten this calendar if I'm just cleaning off my utensils, if you're wondering what I'm doing off screen. But I don't know if I would have gotten this full price without the Atlas credit, to be honest, because $180 is a lot. It is the equivalent of a pen. You can get an Esterbrook SD for that price. So it's a shimmer. Finally! Yes, finally! Oh my gosh. Look! It's like a silver shimmer. It looks metallic. What is this ink? It's called Rover. Oh, it says glistening. Cool. Cool, cool. I'm not gonna look ahead. It's not even in order, so it doesn't matter. Finally, though. I like standard inks. I didn't like them before, but now that I've gravitated more towards like gold nibs and more expensive pens that I'm afraid of clogging up, I do choose more standard inks that aren't like, you know, super shimmery or super sheeny. I do like sheen. I love shimmer. I love shading. I love ink. So yeah, I don't know. If you don't mind having a bunch of ink bottles of one brand and you have the money for it and you enjoy the concept of advents, then I think you should go for one of the two. To justify this, I did add up the number of milliliters that you get from the whole box. So like 24 bottles of 15 milliliters, and then you take that $180 US dollars and divide it by the number of milliliters, And what I found is that it does make each bottle cheaper than if you were to buy them individually. Like one of the ink bottles will probably go for around $15 or $18 in the US. I was not expecting black. Rover glistening. Is the glistening part of the name, or is it? I think it's not part of the name, so I'm gonna put it in brackets. It's just like indicating that it's a shimmery ink. But I love the shape of the bottles too. It's like a little teardrop. I enjoy having a variety, and looking at the rainbow of inks here really excites me. So I hope you guys are joining in on the fun. This one is Neptune Occultation. Sorry. It's Neptune Occultation. Let me know in the comments below if you got the Colorvent or if you're skipping out this year, and what you think about this variety of inks. I wasn't going to do a spoiler video, so my original plan was just to do like one every day. Whoa, it's a dark purple. Like do videos as I go, as I open it. But the holiday season gets pretty busy, and I would have had to film some of it ahead. And then I was kind of like, well, what's the difference between filming like a month ahead? I might as well spoil it a little bit, because I know some people were pretty interested in seeing what was in it to decide for themselves. And I'm always happy to be able to provide that for you guys. Hopefully you find it helpful. And if you can't afford the inkvent this year, that's totally fine. I did a DIY inkvent last year, and I can link that video. But I basically just took a bunch of ink samples and ink from my stash and wrapped them up in Christmas paper, and by the time December rolled around, I couldn't remember what any of it was. So it was a nice surprise. That's why I'm okay with doing this spoiler, because like I won't remember some of these inks, and it'll be a nice surprise and a reminder during December when I open them. And yeah, like plus like they're out of order. So, and I will be trying to ink up a pen each day. That might be a big task, but I'll also have the Sticky Club Advent, the cute pack, to unbox as well. So make sure you check back in during December. We've got Sunbeam. It's a yellow. I hope it's a good yellow. I really hate pale inks that I can't like see or read, I mean. So far, I really like it. Look at how the Da Vinci Glow is doing. It's got so many layers to it. And I have so much ink, but I've kind of accepted that I'm not going to be able to use all my ink. And that's okay, because I can always share it with people and such. This is kind of like a dirty yellow. I like it though. Kind of reminds me of Vinta, was it Bronze Yellow? Is that what it's called? This one is called Sunbeam. I think that's one of those inks that I wouldn't buy on my own. But I'm kind of glad it was in this, because it forced me to try it. Sailing Stones. I am digging this eyedropper swatch. I'm feeling it. I feel like I don't need to buy a glass tip pen anymore. Like I was seeing people use like the other end of their glass pen, so I was a little envious. Sailing Stones. Keep thinking it's Sailing Scones. A little bit hungry. I had to film this late at night because that's when the house is quiet. But I got my Atlas Stationers packages earlier today, and I actually got 2, which is super not me. Like, I space out my purchase. Well, lately I haven't been very mindful about my purchases, but usually I don't purchase like from the same shop immediately. But their deals have been great, and they've got a pretty awesome fountain pen day sale coming up, so make sure you use my link. And normally they increase the affiliate code on special days as well. Just heads up. I don't even know when I'm gonna post this video, but hopefully soon. Rosette Nebula. But yeah, I got 2 packages this morning. Hopefully my 2025 planner lineup is coming to a better conclusion, I got a bunch of Traveler's Company items and that other order. This order was just the inkvent by itself. Keep calling it inkvent, but they call it a Colorvent to be different. Colorverse Colorvent. I wonder who will be the next company to do it. Do you have any guesses? Maybe like, oh, Ferris Wheel Press. That would be good. I feel like they'd be good at that. Who else? Pilot would be cool, but I feel like they're more professional. Not that an inkvent is unprofessional, but it's very colorful, whereas Pilot seems more businessy. Rosette Nebula. I like that. I don't normally like red inks, but this is like a pinky red. Actually, it's mostly just red. Morning Glow. This video is very long, but I guess I've not really swatched like 24 inks in one sitting. Plus you have to do like the washing of the tools in between. So make sure you guys hit that like button if you appreciate my efforts. I never say that, like hit the like button. Ugh, it's weird. Just show your appreciation for whatever. I don't know. This is also a gray. There's quite a few grays. Morning Glow. Alright. It's a different gray from the Moonlit Veil. I like the Moonlit. This one's kind of just meh. It reminds me of Pilot Iroshizuku Kirisame, and I'm not a big fan of that one. I think it's a discontinued ink, and I was kind of okay with it being discontinued, to be honest, but I know some of you guys liked it. And we're probably scrambling to find it, so I don't know. Sorry. Next one we have Brinicles. I wonder what these like astrological terms are. The worst thing ever happened. So I have my microphone, and the way that my camera is positioned, I have to just kind of set it on top. But unfortunately, sometimes it falls down and swings down. And what happened was that it swung down and swooped up the ink. This is horrific. See, like, it's already tinged pink. I realized that you probably can't even hear me because I'm so frustrated. Oh my gosh. No, I'm so frustrated. We're gonna keep going because I cannot do this again for the third time, and I'll just redo a whole video if I have to. I mean, I'm planning on filming during December anyways, so I'm so mad. There was nothing like exciting about those inks. We can still see like the dried versions. Let me just go through them real quick. This is the Moonlit Veil. It reminds me of one of the Pelikan pens that I've been looking at. Actually, these first four remind me of Pelikan pens. We've got Giant Sunspot. We've got Aquarius Whispers. I really like that. Look at the blue. That's so cool. The Pulsar Pulse is still drying, but it's got insane sheen. It doesn't look like Compaq-y, I swear to you. It looks more like the Sailor ink that I had with my Kyoto Gardens pen, and I really like that. This one, Edge of Night, just plain. It's alright. It's not bad, but it's alright. The Da Vinci Glow is very interesting. There's so many like chromo shading effects there. NGC 2264, I really like that kind of dark green, but you probably can't really tell now in the swatch. But most people don't like greens. I don't know. The Red Horizon reminds me of, oh, that's a nice red. It doesn't remind me of anything. I was gonna say like Star Ruby from Pelikan, but it's not. The Rover Glistening kind of reminds me of the Atlas Iron Ore. And then we have the Neptune Oculation. It was just that purple. The Sunbeam was pretty cool. And then Sailing Stones is a really cool brown in my opinion. Rosette Nebula and Morning Glow. Oh, Morning Glow dried. Does not look as bad. But I think in a fine or extra fine nib, it'd probably annoy me because it's probably not as legible. This is a disaster, but we're gonna power through because we're not gonna quit. I mean, I'm not redoing it. And like, I was telling myself when I was getting ready to film this, I was like, oh, we'll just make this video real fast so people can get like a quick spoiler. We won't go into it and we'll just do minimal editing and just post it. And of course, like, the universe does not want me to do that. There might have been too much ink in that swatch, but we don't care anymore. I don't know what Brinicles is. If you guys know, let me know. I don't plan on looking it up because I'm tired. It looks so awful. We're gonna move on. This one, Christmas Star. Oh, it's a glistening ink. Finally. Oh, gold. Gold and orange, maybe? Look at my hands. Oh my gosh. Christmas Star. I'm excited. What do you think it is? Looks orange. Christmas themed ink. I like that. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's like a red-orange sun. Christmas Star. Oh no. It's so bright. I don't like that. I don't like orange inks. And I don't like bright inks all that much. My clip got inked. Is it gonna be okay? It adds character. Desperately need to get this video done so I don't have to deal with the swinging microphone again. This one's called White Hole. That's weird. I like it. Hope the writing sample is good. I normally write the name of the brand, but obviously this is all Colorverse, so I don't like the writing. It reminds me of the Tar Heel that I was telling you guys about a few minutes ago. Blue Moon. I like that they write if it's shimmer or not so that I don't have to just randomly shake the bottle. It's a blue. At least that's a darker blue. Let's see. Blue Moon. I like it. We have quite a few blues. I wish they had more green. Super giant. Oh gosh, do you see the Christmas Star? It has a droplet that's threatening to creep into the corner of the page. I hope this is old Tomoe River paper, so I hope it can withstand some of this. I used to just love like dropping ink onto the page, pouring ink onto the page actually. So I think it should be able to handle it. I mean, the bleed through was always a thing. Or no, ghosting was always a thing, but bleeding was not. Well, no, it did bleed through before. But like some of them would impress me and not actually bleed through at all. So we'll see. I know some people were saying like, oh, old Tomoe River paper wasn't like that amazing, but honestly, I thought it was the best thing ever. Which is why I bought so many of it. It depends on what your preferences are. Yes, we have a shimmering ink. Whoa, look at that. Looks like an egg. That's so cool. Looks like a light blue. I'm gonna just drop that for a second so I can clean things off. Okay. All right. Portuguese Meteor. I'm excited to see how that one dries so we can see the shimmer. Got 4 more bottles. Okay. Killanova. Purple. Probably a little too heavy on this swatch. I'm always like very conservative with my droplets and my swatches because I don't want to waste ink, but like we've got 25 bottles here. I think we don't need to worry too much. Oh my god, do you see how much ink is on there? It's like a little puddle. This one is going to be Eclipse Silence. Oh, I don't know what that is. I thought it was a brown. It looks black. Hold on, I need to clean the nib. Every time I try to be aesthetic, it ends up like this. So why even bother, right? Is there some kind of metaphor for life? Is there some kind of lesson here? Eclipse Silence. Is it supposed to be black? Doesn't the label look brown? 2 more. Dante's Cosmology. Why are they leaning so heavily on the purples? I guess they wanted to make it universe themed. So maybe they wanted to be different by having a theme. So I wonder what like next year's theme would be like. But I always thought of Colorverse as like a galaxy kind of brand. So I don't know, maybe next year they could do like desserts or something. This one is Milky Way. It's a glistening ink. Nice. We get to finish off with a purple glistening ink. That makes me feel better. There was not that many glistening inks. I guess we only had, oh, I didn't even bother writing it for the other one. But I think we only had like 3 or 4 total. Here we go again. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and this one is called Milky Way. Milky Way. Nice. I like that one. So I'm a little disappointed that there's only 1 green, but I've bought enough greens in the last few days to not need any more green shimmer inks, or just green inks in general. Let's see. While this is drying a little bit, I think I'll just write down what we have. Let's use some sticky notes from Simply Gilded. And we need to find a... I don't have a pen! That's funny. I don't feel like opening up another bottle, so we're just gonna use a lip pen. For gray, okay, this is why I don't like other pens anymore. Look how crappy that was. Pigma Micron. Gray, we have 1, 2. I think, is that a black or a gray? Why is that looking gray now? I think that one was a brown. That one's looking purple now. Oh my god. That one's looking gray. That one's looking, we'll say 2 grays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 reds. 3 reds. 1 pink. 1 orange. 2 greens. Oh no, look, did you see that? Shoot. This is a disaster. Okay, let's wrap this up. For blues, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 blues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purple. 4 purples. I'm not gonna count, you guys. One black. 1 glistening black. Only 1 green, 1 yellow. I'm glad. I don't hate it. I'm just mad at my situation. If anything, I'm actually really happy with this Colorvent because it doesn't have a bunch of oranges and reds and pinks because I don't really like those colors. A little too many reds for me. A little more green would have been nice. I'm okay with the blues because they're actually a little different from anything that I've had. And the purples, I don't have too many purples, so I like those too. We're going to take a closer look at this side of the page. The Rosette Nebula dried up beautifully, as well as the Morning Glow. I like that one a lot because it's kind of like the Sailor inks that do that kind of thing. The Brinicles is still drying, and so is Christmas Star. White Hole is a light blue, where I like the swatch, but I don't like the writing. Blue Moon's pretty standard. Super Giant, I don't like reds, but these 2 dried more like burgundy, and this one's still a red-orange, and this one's more of a red. That's so weird because when they were still wet, I thought Super Giant and Red Horizon were about the same. And then Portuguese Meteor. Oh, I really don't like that kind of blue, but I like this one. Kilo Nova. Looks like it's just a purple. Oh, here we go. Should I dab all of them? The Eclipse Silence is just a black. Very dark black. Kind of reminds me of the Platinum Carbon Black. The Dante's Cosmology is like a blurple, and the Milky Way is a purple with a blue shimmer. So, yikes, what a disaster. I have my whole tray of inks now. I don't know where I'm gonna stash this, but here's what I did. This is the reason that I did this. I want to be able to put it back into the box. Did I get water on here too? I'm gonna get it back into the box. I might have to do this off camera. Yes! Alright, back into the box. Slide that tab back in. Press down on their adhesive. It's like new. And there we are. All new and ready for December. Oh man. Alright, so I ended up having to blot some of these in order to see, but here's what they look like. I think the one I like the most is the Milky Way. The shimmer definitely adds a bit of pizzazz to it. But let me know which one you guys like the most, what you thought of this advent. I really like it. I heard that maybe there were too much of one color, and it was probably the blue, but I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm excited to be able to try these out in pens. Give me a heart or a hug in the comments below if you made it to the end of this video, because I kind of really need one right now. I will link my Inky videos here so you guys can check out more, and make sure you come back during December when I go through in depth with these. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye! I hope you enjoyed this colorful disaster. Should I make that the title of the video? Should I make bloopers? We'll see. Bye! No! Wow, the angle's shit. And there goes my microphone. No, that was my nib! That was my Kakimori nib! I think it survived. It has a little dent.